It's the way Singapore wakes up. Wake up, Glenn, Angel, and the Flying Dutchman. Wake up in the morning feeling like Kiss 92's Big Show.
Good morning and welcome to the Big Show and the Big Show TV. It is a lovely Wednesday morning, and every Wednesday morning we are joined by Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room.
Not quite. Surprise.
Maybe we should change your day,
Yeah.
You've been on the Big Show on Tuesdays for quite a number of years.
We can shake it up a little bit.
You want to shake it up a little bit?
If you could choose any other day, which would it be?
It's called Therapy Tuesdays. So
Yeah, but we can change it. We
See,
can call
Therapy
it
Wednesday sounds okay.
Wellness Wednesday. Oh, that's a catchy
Wellness
name.
Wednesday.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't just change. That's another. You see, they're so disrespectful.
No,
Jerry.
because
You're the one that
Therapy.
came up with the idea.
Therapy
Yeah.
Tuesday, TT.
Yes, we know that.
So
Yeah.
Wellness Wednesday,
Yeah.
WW.
What's wrong with Therapy Wednesday?
It's WT.
Or Therapy
Or
Thursday.
TW.
It doesn't have
Therapy
to be
Thursday.
Jerry, they want to change your day to just Wellness Day.
Oh, how about Manic Monday?
Oh, I can do that. Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay, they're being silly already. No, you get to keep your Tuesday slot.
Wow, you're the one that came up with
Unless
this.
somebody. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
exactly.
Wait. But next week you can't. You know why? Because next Tuesday we've got Mr. Edwin Tong. And we've been
Yes.
trying to get Minister Tong in for a long time, so no choice. Because of his busy schedule, he can only make it next Tuesday. No, is it next Tuesday,
Yes,
Shalini? Or the
Tuesday.
week
Yes.
after?
No, next week.
And then Chan Chun Sing,
Monday.
Monday.
Yes.
So Monday is Minister Chan Chun Sing, and then Tuesday is Minister Edwin Tong.
Yes.
What is this, Minister's Week or what
Yeah,
happened?
exactly.
Okay.
And
But
then
anyway,
Jerry comes on Wednesday.
Minister Jerry.
yeah, I was just about
Okay.
to say. Now I'm going to see it.
so next week is going to be fun. We've got two ministers coming in. Monday, Minister Chan Chun Sing. Tuesday, Minister Edwin Tong, and then on Wednesday, Jerry, you come in on Wednesday again. But just for next week only, okay?
Sure.
All right.
Anyways,
You're so
you know what?
lovely
It's
and
still
accommodating.
Tuesday. It's still Tuesday in the US.
This is true.
There you go. Okay.
This is true.
It's still Therapy Tuesdays in the US, not in Singapore.
Good morning,
Okay.
everyone tuned into us from the United States of America. Okay, so Jerry, today, what are we going to be covering?
Okay, so because later on, that's why I'm in my polo tee today. We are running a camp, and as we know, my camp is usually an inclusive camp, meaning that we have neurotypical children as well as those that are on the spectrum, those with ADHD, those that have learning disorders. So we have many different types of issues and challenges within a camp. So a lot of people do ask, right? Like, how do you manage it? They think that it is really amazing that we can manage all these people. So I thought I wanted to talk about managing inclusivity, because I was also thinking, is it that we need to manage them or we need to manage us? Who do we actually need to manage? So I thought it was very exciting. And later on, I think we will have a little video clip also from a little friend from Helsinki. And so I want to share more. So whoever that wants to tune in, please tune in later on.
We're going to actually be playing that on the Big Show TV, actually, part one of
Okay.
it, because I think it's about a 5-minute video. So we'll play, half
We've
of it.
broken it up, yeah.
Right after
Yes.
this, as a matter of fact, and then we'll play the
Right.
second part later. So, as
Right,
Jerry says, if you want to catch this video, just log on to Facebook and YouTube right now.
Yeah, it's the Big Show TV at Kiss 92.
All right, Lisa featuring Rosalia is next. This is New Woman on Kiss 92.
So we got to jump right in,
we're going
right?
to watch the video now, Jerry.
Part one.
Okay, here we
let's
go.
I wanted to say that I am so glad that you guys saw the film.
Oh, there's no sound.
Oh,
Wait, hold on 1
Well
second.
done.
we have sound here.
I'm so glad that the movie had such an amazing Asian premiere. And I wanted to say that I know that you as a father are doing an amazing job. And I know it's not easy. And I wanted to say that since you do it so well, it will pay off in the end. And I think personally that one of the most important things of having autistic children is in making sure that people understand that autism doesn't look like something from the outside. Autism isn't something that you can just tell that, oh, you have autism. It's not a visible disability, it's an invisible disability. And
why is it a disability?
well, because in this world it wouldn't be a disability if the world would understand us, and if the world would adapt for us to be able to live in it. But since we're not, because the world doesn't understand us and the way we work and the way we function, we're disabled. And I think that one of the most important things to know is that being disabled is not a bad thing. Being disabled can mean a lot of different things. But for me, disabled means I'm just different from other people. I have a disability that sometimes keeps me from doing things that other people can.
Is it because the environment in which things happen, or is it because of the way you are?
It's definitely because of the environment. It's not my fault. I wouldn't be disabled if this environment would be different. It's not that my autism would go away if the environment would change. I would still be autistic, but I would not be disabled.
So what are the two most important feelings for parents to recognize, or children to recognize in themselves when you're autistic?
Definitely one of them is overloadedness. I don't know how to say that, but when a person is overloaded, it means that the built up stress has gone to its height and you're very overloaded.
Is it a nervous system thing?
It's a nervous system being overloaded, just like what it means. And also confusion.
Okay.
Very
Wow.
good.
So she's
Wow.
autistic.
Yeah.
If the environment would change, she'd still be autistic, but she wouldn't be disabled.
Because the environment
Good
would work towards being making them more able.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I disagree. No, I disagree with her,
No,
Jerry.
I
What do you
agree.
think? I disagree that she's used the word disabled on herself. Hey, why is the volume like that?
Yeah.
Dr. Jerry side?
Oh,
My
the
side?
microphone. Is it?
What's wrong with my side?
It sounds like it's really loud. Like something
All
was.
good now.
Oh
All
yeah,
good
yeah.
now.
Now it's fine.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
good
Now
now.
it's good. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Glenn, you were saying?
Yeah, I say why did she use the term disabled on herself?
So I don't think so. She's using the words as words. She's not. So you keep hearing her say that everything is very neutral,
Right.
but we make it or our association makes it negative. So she's trying to share that. So disable as a word are there areas that we're not able to do, and it is as is. We're not able to do something. So even you and I, we have strengths, we have weaknesses,
Yeah.
but we don't call our weaknesses
Disabilities.
disability.
Yeah, my point
Yeah.
exactly.
So,
Yeah.
so why are people labeling them as disabled? So she's trying to neutralize and
Yeah.
Oh, I,
normalize
I
this.
thought I thought she is labeling herself as disabled.
No.
And I'm like, what? Why? You know
No,
what I
no,
mean?
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
a less of a capability. That's what it is.
That's
like
all
we
it
have
is.
weaknesses as
Yeah.
well.
But you see, I don't think so. Like, okay, so she's got autism, right? So we know a number of
Yes,
people
she
with
has.
with autism as well. I mean, but let me just say that for someone with autism, right, I would never have known. I mean, you know, she seems as normal
As any other
normal
kid,
can
yeah.
be. Yeah,
Yes.
but you know, we know people with autism and all that, and we don't consider them disabled. We consider them special.
And
Is that
that's
the correct
why
term?
we are all special. We are all unique.
Special
And that's
needs,
what we
I think.
tell
They have
our-
special needs.
They don't see themselves as having special needs because they grow up with that. That's what the appeal is. And Ida, who is on screen, earlier, she has autism, but if you just look at her, you cannot see. So it gets missed, but she gets overwhelmed. So she calls it overloaded, right? She gets overwhelmed by her environment. So even like school, she does get overwhelmed and she needs to decompress. So she's trying to share her difficulty in these environments and also to be a voice for them. So she's extremely competent. She is very intelligent. And the one that was prompting her is actually her mom. And in actual fact, so Neurotypes was a movie that, or a film that was screened during the Mental Health Film Festival Singapore that just occurred.
Okay,
So
hold on,
that's
Jerry.
how I
We got
to know.
we got to go on air. You can just explain that later.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
The
from
movie
which
and everything, yeah.
show it's taken off. Okay, stand by.
Yes.
Kiss 92 traffic.
On Tampines Avenue 5 towards Tampines Avenue 1 after Avenue 4. Avoid the left lane if you know where I'm talking about because the vehicle has broken down. Also on Pioneer Road North towards Jurong West Avenue 4. An accident has been reported. Wherever you are this morning, stay safe.
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. We are with Dr. Geraldine Tan on this Wednesday morning, and we just got a video of a kid with autism. Her name is Ida, being interviewed by her mom, and that's taken off some movie, is it?
Well, she was
Jerry?
talking about some movie.
Yeah, so it's not so how that little clip came about is because they had Maija is the director of this film called Neurotypes, and Maija was trying to showcase the caregiver and the caregiver stress. But while she was doing the whole filming process, which actually lasted 2 to 3 years, mind you, so a lot of dedication there, the young Ida really shone through. She radiated so much light because of her personality, because of her dedication to her advocacy work. So there was a lot of attention on her, or there is a lot of attention on her. And we had a little panel discussion. So this was shown during the Mental Health Film Festival Singapore, which was shown earlier this month, I think. Yeah, earlier this month. So I was very, very fortunate to be on the panel. And on the panel with me was actually a parent with 2 autistic children, Roland, and Christopher, a social worker who has been in this field for many, many years. And also zooming in from Finland was the the director herself, Maija, who came on. So that was the panel discussion that we had, which was really lovely. I think it brought tears to some of the audience that was there. And it was in response to our thank you that Ida sent us this video. Yeah, so so that was how it came about. So Neurotypes actually shows the journey of her mom's difficulty trying to obtain resources to support her child, the difficulty having to parent the child, but it also showed how Ida was very overwhelmed, in the school environment, very overwhelmed in different environments, and trying to share publicly the difficulty and to rally everyone to understand them.
Right.
Yeah. So she has low needs, high functioning, low needs. So, when you look at her, you actually cannot see that she has autism.
No, just listening to her, I thought she was brilliant.
Yeah.
I thought she was really, really brilliant.
How old is she? Teenager?
I think now she is. Yeah, she is.
Sweet little girl.
Now, if you're listening to us on the radio and you want to catch a little bit of Ida, well, you can watch it later on. After the show, it'll be on our Facebook page as well as YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been
Alright.
looking online to see how to stream it, but I haven't found any spot yet. But the screening you were talking about just happened at the beginning of this month on the 8th of November.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right.
Yes.
So, Jerry,
yes.
just tell us, very quickly, what kind of issues does a person like Ida go through when she says, she has difficulties when she goes to school, and because she seems so normal.
So for her, she is very overstimulated sensorially. So it could be the sights, the sounds that could affect. It could be anything. So actually, I want to expand it a little bit more, boring, what she mentioned, because, we talk about inclusivity, but we always talk about the extreme. How about ourselves when we get tired? So we know when we get tired, we get a little bit more sensitive to different things. So what behaviors, I guess, are we looking at? So when we look at the people that we have diagnosed, is because we are able to pinpoint certain behaviors, but can we categorize some of the behaviors so that we can allow ourselves to understand them a little bit more? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So, for example, a lot of people say, stop being lazy. So when we look at them, we think that they are being lazy, not doing certain things. Is that a mirror to ourselves? Like, we are being lazy, and therefore we want to eliminate that behavior, and in doing so, we push that responsibility to them.
Yeah, I feel like people say things because they're the ones that are capable of doing and saying those things. Like you just said, are you being lazy? Because it's a reflection of that thought that you have in your head, that if something is not done, then it must be associated
or you
to being
don't
lazy.
see the person doing it, right?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
lazy is so subjective.
It
Yes,
is,
it is.
exactly, and you don't exactly know what the person's going through. Or you say something like, oh, did you do this? Only because you're capable of doing it yourself.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why would you think it?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, true.
So there are two different behaviors that, I'm just really categorizing it in very broad strokes here. Two behaviors that we actually do not like, or the society does not condone, and we are taught not to like it. One is unprofessional behavior, I put in quotation marks, and unproductive behaviors. So what are these behaviors if we think about it? Right? Let's talk about unprofessional behavior. So
I can demonstrate unprofessional behavior. I get very angry here on the show and I stand up.
Yes, very unprofessional, Glenn.
That's very unprofessional.
Yes.
Okay, so
Okay.
that's my demonstration for
Thank
unprofessional
you.
behavior.
Thank you.
What
Because
else would you like?
That's a behavior that people get intimidated and scared because it falls into the aggression. So when someone that has ADHD or someone that has maybe autism demonstrate their behavior, they're deemed as bad. So we don't even bother to try and understand them. We just say, you're aggressive, you behave badly, you now have to behave well. But we don't attempt to understand where this behavior is coming from.
Okay.
So when we demonstrate it, it may mean something. When they demonstrate it, it may mean something else. But we don't stop to think about it.
Okay. And the other one was what? Unproductive behavior, is it?
Unproductive behavior.
Okay, here's my demonstration.
Stop mimicking me, will you?
Okay, should we go on to the Big Show TV so you can carry on
Are we
sleeping?
not on the Big Show TV
No.
now? Oh my
The red card's
goodness,
been going
I'm
out
so sorry
for
about
quite
that.
a bit, yeah.
Okay, let's continue to talk to Jerry on the Big Show TV. It's 8:23.
Kiss 92 Time Check brought to you by
Look at FD, it's like frozen.
We've got part 2 of the video of this, yeah.
After the video, Jerry, I've got a comment on Facebook that
Okay.
I'd like you
Yes.
to deal with.
Let's watch the rest
Let's
of this
watch
video.
Ida once again. Ida.
One is one male and one female. And what would you say to the caretaker dad?
I would say you should be proud of yourself. This world is insanely hard to live in. freak and not typical boyfriend person. It's insane. You're doing a great job.
I would say
Also,
you should be
take
proud of
care of
yourself.
yourself.
In this world, it's
Kids are not
extremely hard to live in. Freak and not capable. It's insane. You're doing a great job. I would say also you should be proud of yourself.
I think Jerry's laptop is on.
It's extremely hard to live in.
Hold on.
Something really important.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Jerry.
You guys are doing. Thank you.
Bye.
Gorgeous.
Oh, was that
Aw,
it?
sweetheart.
We could
Yeah,
have
that's
finished
a
the video
part
just
two.
now.
I thought it was 5 minutes. Yeah.
But you know,
She what?
she's left me with this thing. If we can change the way we think and how we project,
How we react. Yeah.
disability to a great extent disappears.
No,
Guys,
it's
see,
it,
call it this.
no, it's
no,
it's
no,
all
I'm not
about
calling
it's
it
all about like
disability.
she said, it's all about the environment
It's
because
the
the
environment.
autism doesn't go away. But if you start to normalize it,
Yes.
then they don't have so much to want to try and hide as well.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? If we're
it's-
more mindful of how other people are as well.
It's just wow.
But it is going to be
yeah.
going to be a struggle, and it's going to take a while because not a lot of people can understand it, or do they have interactions
Yeah.
with
Yes.
people that are slightly different?
Yeah.
Yes. So, which is why I wanted to showcase this because hardly we have them being so able to articulate to us their difficulties. And yeah, and for Ida, she can. And I love it that her mom Johanna, really spends a lot of time with her. And Mom Johanna actually is on the spectrum also, and
Oh, wow,
therefore can understand her. Yeah, so she understands that difficulty that Ida has. And Daddy Justin, actually gave me permission to screen this video. So I was very, very happy. It was just
Aw.
last night because it was so last minute. And because I was talking about this topic, I was like, okay, maybe I'm going to just hazard. So, he gave permission very, very last minute.
Oh,
So
are they
thank
watching?
you.
Are they going to be watching this as well?
I will send the clip. I'll send our link to them. Yes.
Amazing!
I will.
Hi.
Hey guys.
Thank
Ida,
you for sharing.
Ida is
I was
beautiful.
thinking-
She's beautiful.
She is. She
She
is.
is. She is.
You know, I was just
She
thinking.
has a-
No, carry on.
Sorry. No worries, because I want to show that they have Ida has an emotional support dog, and it's
Aw.
a really,
Oh, it's a
really
Labrador.
No, it's a Chihuahua.
Not a
Stop it,
chihuahua.
Ben. It's a black lab.
Yeah.
It's a dachshund.
It's not. Stop it.
No. It's a
Nonsense.
lab.
It's a black lab. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know its
So-
name?
Apollo.
Apollo.
no.
Apollo Creed.
And then,
Apollo Creed, yeah.
Apollo Creed. So cute.
And when she is very activated and she needs to calm
Mm.
down, Apollo is there to sit with her. Yeah, and they will lie down together.
Ay,
So
ay.
it's really lovely. So this dog is a working dog. It is trained.
You know, I'm so excited about your event next week,
Wow.
the Christmas at the Stables, because I want to talk to
Yes.
Equal about therapy dogs. Because I
Yes,
had spoken
please
to them
do.
before, about sending tofu and all that for training, and then him
Yes.
becoming a therapy dog
That'd be
for
so good.
people who need it.
That'd be
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
good.
better make full
proper-
use of tofu.
Exactly. Do they get paid, by the way? No, I'm joking. I'm kidding. I'm like, go make the children work for you, right?
Paid in dog biscuits.
Oh,
Side hustle,
I'll
side
take it. I'll
hustle.
take it. Even if you give him carrots, I'm happy. Dr. Jerry, you were talking, like we've been talking about this. And when I first started on radio, I remember someone once told me that the way you speak to the audience, you should consider them to have maximum intelligence, but minimum knowledge.
Yes.
Right? That
Yes.
means whatever you tell them, they will understand. It's just that they may not have heard of it before, right?
When she first started on the radio, 1981, everybody.
Correct. But I'm thinking about like situations like this where people have minimum exposure but maximum willingness to wanna include every type of character, personality, not disability, but every type of person, you know?
So you're saying that they are willing, but they don't know how to.
Exactly. They don't have the
Yeah.
exposure because you need to be exposed to people with ADHD or autism or Down
Tourette's.
syndrome, whatever, Tourette's, to be able to understand how they, how you need to work around them and they work around you as well to be able to coexist,
So, when we have them in our environment and we include them in our environment, we start to expose ourselves and we start to manage our emotions, not manage their emotions. We always think that we are trying to manage their emotions, but maybe it's managing our emotions because we often fear uncertainty. So that's something that I've always said, right? If we feel uncertain, we become fearful, we become anxious, we don't know what to expect. But having heard Ida, all of you agree with me. She's lovely, she's beautiful, right? And she can articulate herself only if we give her the time. Only if we give them the time too. So if we look at management, right? Someone with ADHD, they may not be able to manage time. They may not be able to manage maybe organization. So if we take time and we realize that, and we can we then complement them? Because we have, I don't have the ability, but someone else might have the ability and can manage time a little bit better. We can then share resources because they have certain resources, we have certain resources, and we then coexist because we can share our resources.
Okay, hold on. We're going to go for a traffic update and then we'll continue this conversation, okay? Stand by.
Kiss 92 traffic.
Just one situation on the TV.
Sorry, I was just enjoying the song
Right,
earlier on.
okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Go on.
On the TPE towards the PIE after the Pasir Ris Drive 8 exit, a vehicle has broken down. If you have anything else to share, it's 8855509020.
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. It's Glenn Angel and the Flying Dutchman, and we're joined by Dr. Geraldine Tan, award-winning psychologist from the Therapy Room. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning, and many of the Facebook listeners are confused. Today is a Wednesday.
It is a Wednesday.
They are very confused.
Yes, thank you so much for shifting your work around us. And that's basically what we're talking about, right? Sort of adaptability and, trying to include everybody's schedules and personalities and individualities into each other's lives.
Correct. And I thought it was so apt because I felt very displaced when I was asked, can I come on the show on Wednesday? I was like, huh? And the brain couldn't function for a little while. But that's most of us, you see, where when the order is disordered, we may feel a little bit displaced. So can you imagine someone that has a little bit more difficulty? They will feel even more displaced and need more time. So it's not because they can't, it's because they need more time. And can we then give them the effort, the time, and the consideration to prepare? So even for example, Ida, she actually wanted to send another video, but I knew it was a little bit late, but she still asked, do you want to? And I was like, maybe not, because I didn't prepare her. She had no time to prepare. And she can come next year, she wanted to Zoom in, but it's 2 a.m. in Helsinki. It's ridiculous.
It is.
So I couldn't do
is.
that to the young one. Yeah.
For sure.
Next year when she's in town, you can come in together with her.
Yeah.
We'd love
why
to meet
not?
her in person.
I'd love to meet her.
Absolutely. And
That would
Dr.
be
Jerry, I
lovely.
like that example that you gave. Like you said, you were thrown off because you usually come in on a Tuesday, but today's a Wednesday, and there was a little bit of thinking that needed to be done. And I guess it's just about putting yourself in that person's shoes to try and see that if you're thrown off, then just imagine somebody who has extra sensitivity to the environment, like the
Correct.
sensorial bits and all that.
So when we look at managing inclusivity, that's why I said it's managing it, right? So it's managing change. So today I had to manage change so that all of you, so do the listeners, because they are now confused and they are now like displaced, like, is it Tuesday or is it Wednesday? So we need to manage change. And then how do we anchor ourselves that today is a Wednesday and today is not a Tuesday, right? For those with sensorial issues, they need to manage all the different senses, the sights, the sounds, the smells. How do we manage that? You and I also have, a little bit of an issue when the garbage truck just drives past us and we go, oh my goodness. But have you ever wondered?
Oh my
for
goodness,
the
as in like,
workers-
what's that smell? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. But can you imagine the people that are working with having to clear our rubbish
Yep.
and having to stand there the entire way. Those guys that are hanging off, they don't hang off anymore, I hope.
No, that's much
I
fun,
believe it's
though.
an
They
acquired
don't have-
smell. I believe that after that, right, they just love the smell.
No, they get desensitized, I think,
Yeah.
because I don't know if they smell it anymore after that. I'm not sure.
Just like, for example, Angel, I'm sure loves the smell of tofu's poop.
No, I don't. Actually, I don't. No. He's been with me too short a time to start.
Okay, but eventually you will like that smell.
I don't think so. So
Okay.
I'm not sure about garbage truck collectors as well. Getting used to
Just
it.
like petrol. Don't you like the smell of
No,
petrol?
only
Oh, I
you,
do.
Glenn.
I
only
do.
you. Do you?
Yeah,
That's the
I-
first time you said
What
that.
about glue?
No.
It's like you. Oh, okay.
Then.
Okay, no.
Okay.
Jerry, someone's come on to our Facebook page, and I just want your comment on this. Eng Chen Zhou says, people project onto others what they don't have to acknowledge. The same because they don't want to acknowledge the same behaviors in themselves.
Yeah. So
Is
that's
that true?
So it's similar to what I was explaining. Sometimes we do that. We don't like a certain behavior. We don't want to see that certain behavior, and then we try and cut it because we are trying to cut it out of our life. We then get very annoyed or angry if we see it in someone else. So we penalize them for that particular behavior. And we see that very commonly in parent-child relationships. So a very clear example would be, let's say a father doesn't like to cry because it is associated with weakness. So he then, when the child cries, the little boy cries, he starts saying, "You're weak, stop it. You shouldn't be crying. Boys don't do that." Not because he doesn't want the boy to cry, but because he perceives it as a weakness. He doesn't want it for himself, and therefore he tries to eliminate it from his environment, and he scolds the boy.
It's so painful to think that in this day and age, people still associate crying with weakness.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
You'd
it's
be
just
surprised.
like,
Yeah.
it's even when you watch, say, something emotional and you're sitting with someone, they're like, oh, why are you crying? I'm like, don't you feel it? I mean, you'll cry if you want to, right? Anybody has the right to.
It's my party and I cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I... But you see, if depends on the
It's
person.
emotions.
Depends on the person. If like you're taking FD and myself, like he will cry or whatever, nobody will say anything.
Yeah.
But then, if I cry, that's it. People will judge already.
That's
It's like,
because
Glenn Ong
of the image.
doesn't cry.
That's because of the image you project.
I mean, when was the last time you saw Clint Eastwood cry? You know what I mean?
But that's the image you project.
I'm just letting you talk.
Or when was the last time you saw Rambo cry? Okay.
Right. So that's your comparison. Clint Eastwood and Rambo.
When was
he's
the
a
last
combination
time
of both.
you saw Al Pacino in The Godfather cry?
Right. Keep going. Who else?
Okay.
Anybody else? Who else? Which other tough guys you want to talk about?
When did you see
James
the
Bond cry?
Terminator or Commando played by Arnold Schwarzenegger cry?
Some more?
When was the last time you saw Hercules cry?
Some more?
No, that's it.
He
For
can
now.
keep on going if you want,
It's okay. I can keep on saying some more. We need to go on to Big Show TV. Otherwise, Shalini's arm might get tired.
Yes.
And fall off.
I did not see the red
For
card
what, like
until
10 minutes ago?
right now. Okay, Christina Aguilera is next. Ain't No Other Man on Kiss 92.
But Dr. Jerry, okay, FD.
Glenn, the whole reason why people say that is exactly what Benjamin is saying. You have developed a macho image. So people not only don't see you as crying, they don't want to see you cry.
Oh, actually, yeah, it's a good
Because
point. There's some people you just don't
are
want to
that-
see cry.
You are that macho man. You are that strength. They may cry,
Yeah.
but they look at you and you are that strength. They don't want to see that
Yeah.
strength
Correct,
cry.
they don't want to see
But
it.
I
They don't wanna
feel,
see it
I feel
broken.
like suddenly you see a tough guy or a tough guy image cry, right? Then you're like, oh, thank goodness they're human.
No, that's what the
You know
women
what I
like.
mean?
lah.
Yeah, of course.
The
women
men don't
to
like
see-
that. I don't want to see Rambo cry.
Women like to see some emotion in men once in a while. I mean, you don't be a cry baby.
In the bedroom, I'll cry. Lah. How about that?
So many men have in
It's like-
history.
On command.
It's like, thank goodness there is a God. Thank goodness we're on the Big Show TV.
If I cry right now, do I get some chocolate?
Do you get rewarded?
Do I get some candy?
You do know that the kids will watch this part.
No. The rule is after 7:30,
No, no.
we can go a little bit sexual.
Yeah, and they shouldn't be watching TV now. They should be like in some extracurricular
Hey,
class.
oh my
or
goodness, they're on
something.
holiday now.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they are
take that
on
back.
holiday.
Just candy you need. That's it.
Oh,
Candy
no.
and prayers.
No, but yes, emotions are normal. So even if you don't cry, it's okay to emote. Emote doesn't mean crying. Oh no!
I'm crying
It's Angel
tears of
crying.
joy from my laughing.
You see, that's why
dear.
I'm wearing my shades. For those of you who are wondering why I'm wearing my shades, well, we've got a huge photo shoot today, and I'm changing my image for next year.
Next year. Okay.
He doesn't want his eyes to be seen.
Yeah.
So he can cry.
Until I get my blue contact lenses.
Oh, the permanent ones.
Your blue contact lenses. Oh no! Yeah. But yes, emotions are very, very precious as human beings. If you don't have, you're just a robot.
Yeah.
That is true. Very
Is
true.
that really true, Jerry?
Yeah. So behaviors like Glenn, we condone that. How come we can condone his?
We don't. They do. Whoever they is.
Yeah, but I think a lot of things that she said is really, really important for us to take note of. That overwhelmed feeling. So from her perspective, she doesn't hear that even the neurotypical gets overwhelmed. So I thought that was quite interesting because she said, we get overloaded, but I don't hear neurotypical people get overloaded. But you and I know that we get overloaded. So how do we behave when we get overloaded or overwhelmed? How do we behave when we get confused? And how do we then manage these behaviors? And when does it cross over into perhaps an entitled behavior, an arrogant behavior that is unprofessional, that is unproductive, that we genuinely need to put in the rules for? So rules are there for a reason. The rules in our world are there for a reason, to ensure that boundaries are kept, to ensure that things move smoothly. But then when it falls into that unproductive, unprofessional sort of category, and we are attempting to eliminate them, do we do it without discernment? Do we then eliminate all these people without understanding them? So I think that's something I would want us to all consider.
You know what? I feel like recommending like, okay, my therapy for when I feel like I'm overloaded and all that,
Yeah.
right? Okay, would be number one, look for a Bollywood movie.
Okay.
Okay, it must be an action Bollywood movie.
Okay.
Okay, the latest one I'm recommending is Bagheera.
Which is
Bagheera.
named
Very good.
after that Jungle
Yes.
Book character.
And then I'll get a pizza and then a beer.
Okay, so that's
Yeah,
your
so
that's your therapy
Yes,
almost.
I'll watch
yeah.
the movie and I'll have a pizza and I'll
Nice.
sip on some beer. That's my therapy.
That
You
sounds
see,
like
yours
fun.
is very interesting because when I get into that situation, there's only one thing that helps me:
Music.
sleep.
You've said that, yeah.
That is my trigger. I get extremely stressed, and suddenly I'm exhausted, and I sleep.
Okay.
The problem with that is I wake up, and what caused the stress has not been solved.
And then you sleep again.
Many is the time, and it's not a joke. It goes
Really?
into a cycle. Because you're
How does that fix anything?
It doesn't.
Exactly.
You see,
Yeah.
it doesn't. So I need people around me who will stop me from
Yeah,
sleeping
yeah.
and force me to deal with the issue.
How about just go for a walk then?
But some issues cannot be fixed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
By you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so-
It's your reaction to
It
a
is my
situation,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Either you decide to be stressed, or you decide, you know what, it's something that I can't worry about because I can't fix it, and then you do something else.
And you know, it's only
You know?
recently that I've begun to realize
To-
stuff like that.
Yeah,
That there's some things that you just can't
just
fix,
cannot
and you've got to
fix,
let
yeah.
Because
go.
I feel like the sleep is, it's not healthy.
unproductive.
No, it's
Yeah.
very unproductive.
It's unproductive.
terrible.
At
that's
least
what
you're getting some pizza, some beer.
Yeah.
You may pick up your mood because you're watching something that's
Yeah.
enjoyable.
Oh, if I've got a cigar at home, I'll also
Even better, right?
light a
Yeah.
cigar as well.
But I'm saying you're distracting your mind. Sleep is not
It's
distracting
not.
it at all.
It's not.
If I have a woman in the mood, even better.
A woman in the mood. I like that. Okay, Dr. Jerry, the therapist.
So both types can be productive and unproductive. So actually, FD needs the sleep. Otherwise, it may be too much for the system to take. So there are some people that actually require the system to shut down for a bit to give yourself clarity. So the issue may still be there. So just with Glenn, right? Even if he has, let's say, a Bollywood movie, a pizza, a beer, the issue
Doesn't go
still
away.
has not been resolved. It is still there.
But
So
you
it's
see-
very similar.
It beats FD's little nap. His nap will be like 2 hours. My Bollywood movie, 3.5 hours.
So
I'll
that's why he
escape
goes
for
back to
3.5
sleep
hours.
again.
Escape. That's what it
You
is.
see, even that he has to challenge me on. No.
Oh dear. What I try to do is I try to smile. When I get
Okay,
irritated,
okay.
I try to smile because I hope that will put me in a better mood. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Even when I'm on my own, right? I'm like, my face is all like scrunched up or whatever it is, and I'm like really irritated, and I'll just try and smile.
Hug
And just see.
tofu.
Hug tofu. But sometimes tofu not available. He's always sleeping. Seriously, it's such a dog's life. He's like just constantly sleeping.
He's very contented and he's very safe.
Yes, he's
Yeah,
very, very
yeah.
safe. Yeah, he's sometimes sleeping on his back with everything hanging out. so-
Or blast some music, huh?
No, I do. There's music all the time in my house, so I always make sure that
La
there's
da da
something-
dee da da
Not
da
that
da.
song. No, that's
La
the
da da
that's
dee
the
da da
blacklisted
da.
song.
La da da dee da 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 dee da 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 dee da da da.
Unprofessional. Hello.
Beep.
Glenn,
Glenn,
only see your
Glenn,
bottom.
Cameron,
Oi.
camera
They can only
angles,
see your
camera
knees.
angles.
We're going to go back on air.
Yes, we are.
Stand by.
Kiss 92 traffic.
On Keppel Road towards Tuas after Shenton Way, avoid the right lane. An accident has been reported. Also on the PIE heading towards the airport after Toguan Road's exit, a vehicle's broken down. Stay safe.
The time is 8:49. I can't believe we've been talking to Jerry for 49 minutes now.
Yeah, and I can't believe you
Feels
just
like 15 minutes.
podium danced on your
know.
rolling chair.
We can do anything on the Big Show TV, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, plus I'm wearing my shorts today, so I thought I'd show a little bit of my legs.
Your knees.
And my knees.
dear.
Okay. Anyway,
But I
Jerry.
had fun today. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no. Because this is going to be our last talk set, and then we've got to, make way for the newsreaders who are here today. Because sometimes when they're not here, then we read the news. But they are here, so we need to get them to go on, like on time.
Yeah.
In closing, Jerry, what would you
Yes.
like to say to the KISS fans?
Yes. But first of all, I really need to thank, the panelists who gave me permission to talk about it and the, the organizers, and also Ida, Johanna, Justin, and Apollo for allowing us to screen that video and show the photos. And in conclusion, I will repeat what you had already picked up of what Ida said. Being disabled is neutral. There are good parts and there are bad parts. But the bad parts come from the environment because the environment doesn't understand us. The good part comes because we are different and beautifully different. So I thought she put it so well, I would borrow from her.
Can you tell her thank you for us? And
Yes,
thank you
please.
for sharing.
I will
Please.
send her the link, and then let's cross our fingers that she can come to Singapore so she can come on the show.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jerry, for joining us
I'll
on this
see you
Wednesday.
next Wednesday.
Next
Yes.
Wednesday, that's right. Take care, Jerry.
Bye. I'm gonna run to the camp. Bye.
Go run,
See ya.
run.
Stay dry, stay dry.
safe.
It's a wet day. All right, coming up, headline news and sports. This has been The Big Show TV.
Glenn